Every month, the Siena Research Institute does a monthly New York State Consumer Confidence Index. Every quarter, which is every 3 months, so in other words, we do it for the first 3 months of the year, then the second 3, so the quarter just ended at the end of June is the second quarter, and those are the figures we're going to be talking about today. And we do that for the 9 major metropolitan statistical areas in the state, the major cities. Yeah, actually a pretty good quarter, and the first quarter wasn't bad. So now, so far in '09, we've got 2 pretty good quarters. So we're up substantially from the real dismal figures of the end of '08. For instance, 7 of the 9 areas are up. Only 2 were down, Binghamton and Buffalo, and they were only down slightly. Albany, for instance, was up over about 9 points. Mid-Hudson, Rochester, Utica, they were all up over 5 points. So those are nice gains. The index has 2 components, a future component and a current component. When we look at the future component, in other words, what people are looking for down the road, we find that 8 out of 9 of the areas are up. Only Binghamton was down. And when we look at the current confidence, how people are feeling today, only 3 areas were down, Buffalo, Long Island, and Syracuse. So all in all, a pretty good quarter. Yeah, we have fascinating figures here. It's almost like a tale of 2 countries or 2 areas of the state. We've always talked about upstate versus downstate, New York City basically against the rest of the state. Now we're getting economically a little different mix. We're getting the eastern part of the state against the western part of the state. And there's no question the eastern part of the state is doing much better. From Long Island to New York City, up to Hudson Valley to Albany, is the best economic region of the state, and consequently consumer confidence is much higher there. On average, an index number of about 64. When we go to the western part of the state, where we're looking at Syracuse, Binghamton, Buffalo, Rochester, Utica, now we're looking at consumer confidence that's much lower, and we're looking at economic conditions that are not nearly as good. And the index in those regions is only a 58. So there's no question we now have a new dynamic in the state. Rather than upstate, downstate, it's east against west. And right now the east is winning. Yeah, we look at buying plans across the state. And we take the 9 regions and we look at 5 major items in each of those areas, such as cars, furniture, home buying, home improvement, computers. Out of the 45 items that we study in those different regions, 28 of them are up, and that goes along with consumer confidence being up. Only 13 are down, so we have increases in buying plans outnumbering decreases in buying plans by about 2 to 1. Furniture, for instance, is up in all the areas. Every area is looking, the people are looking to buy furniture. Cars are up everywhere except for Utica, and in Utica only down slightly. So out there it looks like we're getting some pent-up demand. And besides the pent-up demand, because people haven't been buying for so long, we're also got tremendous bargains out there. So when we take this pent-up demand and couple it with the bargains, it looks like people may be starting to spend a little bit more, and certainly that'll be a good sign for the economy.